Hello, 5th grade. This is Miss Carpenter from John Adams Elementary. This instructional video that you will be watching today is going to be about your performance task. With this performance task, you're going to be writing an instructional article. I will help guide you through part of this, so you will need to have your My Book out as we go through this video, and you will need to turn to page 142 in your My Book. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing that I want you to notice is I want you to take a look at the prompt on page 142. And this is the page that I have pulled up for you. And let's just quickly remember our essential question overall of this entire module is, what role does curiosity play in exploration? So as we look at a prompt, we need to be thinking that many writing tasks that we will come encounter to will always have a prompt, and that prompt explains the task and what the expectation is for you in writing today. The prompt also tells you just exactly what you have to have in your writing, and it is very important to understand all the parts of the prompt before you begin to write. So let's take a look. We're going to talk about some steps that you need to follow when you're responding to a writing task or a writing prompt. First, you need to read the prompt carefully. Second, you need to ask yourself, what is the prompt asking me to do? What am I supposed to write? Make sure that you understand whether you're being asked to write a story, an opinion essay, an informational essay, or some other kind of writing. Keep in mind, we have many different modes of writing. We can write in many different ways, so you need to be sure that you know exactly the way you're being asked to write. Step number 3, be sure that you restate the prompt in your own words to be sure that you understand it. And step number 4 would be to decide selections or pieces of text that you may need to look back at to use in your writing, either as a model to follow or resources for maybe text-based evidence. And step 5 is to complete the parts of the writing process. Those parts are to plan, to draft, to revise, edit, and publish. So let's actually start in and let's take a look at this prompt. The first sentence of the prompt tells me to think about the scientific knowledge gained from the explorations in this module that we've been learning about. Next, the prompt tells me to imagine that my class is putting together a book on scientific discoveries. It says that each student will write an instructional article to explain the science behind one of the discoveries in this module. That tells me I will need to understand what the text says about the science behind a discovery so I can write to explain it to someone else. So as you're looking at this, be thinking in mind that you're going to be explaining a discovery to someone else. So write in this blank right here in your My Book, you can write which discovery you will write about, that you've learned about in the module. The next thing, as you can see on the bottom of page 142, is your checklist. This checklist tells me to make sure that I write an instructional article that clearly states the topic. It also tells me that I need to support central ideas with facts, examples, and definitions from the text. It also tells me to use text features such as headings to show key ideas. And it also tells me that I will need to have a conclusion that sums up my main points. So those are all the things that I need to be sure that I have included in my writing assignment today. Now it is time to plan. Now that we know exactly what we have to have and what we know it is expected of, it's time to start planning our writing. While you're planning your writing and as you're through the whole writing process, you need to be sure that you're remembering that checklist that's on the bottom of page 142 in your My Book, because that checklist will be sure that you are meeting all of those particular expectations. Remember, as you write, you need to return to that checklist. And before you start to fill in your graphic organizer, and I'll show you what your graphic organizer looks like here. This is also in your My Book on your page 143. It looks a little bit different than this. But as you fill in your graphic organizer for the plan step, you need to remember to think about which scientific concepts you will explain and how these concepts will connect to one of the explorations in the module that we've been studying and looking at over the past several weeks. I also want to encourage you to look back at your notes and revisit any of the texts for details that might help you and support your ideas in your writing. As you begin to draft the introduction for your article, You need to be sure that you are clearly stating your topic. You need to be sure that you give readers an idea of what they will be learning in your writing and explain how a discovery led to this scientific knowledge. Also, as you continue your draft of your article, you need to be sure that you present each key idea in a paragraph and that you need to have supporting details such as facts and examples in each paragraph. Also, remember to include helpful headings or graphics and to even use critical vocabulary words where you might have a chance to use those that we've learned throughout the module. If you can, on page 144 in your My Book is where you have your draft part that can help you organize out your thoughts. You have 3 boxes on that page for your introduction, for your body paragraph, and also for your conclusion. Now that we've talked about the prompt, what's expected of us in the prompt, the planning part, and the draft, let's discuss revise and edit. When you're revising in an edit, you are reviewing your draft. And when you're reviewing this, you are doing this by carefully making changes to it or improving it. If you have someone that you could work with at home, you are welcome to do that. You could read an article, have someone else read your article. They might be able to give you some feedback. But be sure that when you're revising it and editing it, that you're making changes to make it better. It might be a punctuation mistake, or it might be a word choice that you could do to make your writing more interesting, because you want to be sure that you're appealing to your readers, and you want to also be sure that your writing is focused so your readers know exactly what it is you're discussing and that you have that evidence to support it. So now that we've talked about the prompt, planning, drafting, revising, let's go ahead and talk about different things, different questions you can ask yourself while you're writing this. First off, as you think about your writing and how you're drafting it, you can look at purpose and focus. Does my introduction state the same topic and connect it to a scientific discovery? That's our main goal for this writing process. You can also ask yourself, does my conclusion show the importance of the discovery? Then you can also look at organization. Is the article organized into paragraphs that each focus on an important idea? Do the headings show the focus of each paragraph? And now let's look at some questions to help you with your evidence. Have I included facts and examples from that text to support each main point in each paragraph? Do I need to add more evidence to strengthen my support? Your language and vocabulary. Did I use precise language and topic-specific vocabulary? And your conventions. Have I spelled all my words correctly, or did I correctly use quotation marks, italics, and underlining? So as you're thinking about revising and editing it, you also need to be thinking about all of these different questions. Have you done this? Is there anything else that you need to make changes to? Because this is part of those questions that we will be looking for in your writing, and that we know these are the questions that the best writers use. So let's continue, and now let's talk about publishing your work. So we all know when you publish your work, it's a way to share your work. After you've created your final copy, you can share it. So you're going to create it by rewriting it and make a final copy of your article. You can include illustrations or graphic aids, such as maps, charts, or diagrams if you would like. And you can consider these options for actually sharing your article. You can combine your article with maybe another article from a classmate or maybe from someone maybe at home and make a textbook of a scientific discovery. You could design together a title or a cover for this particular book. You can give an illustrated lecture to a classmate or maybe someone at home or maybe someone in a science club with it. You can read your article and display your supporting visuals such as diagrams and photographs, and then actually invite the audience to comment and ask questions to you. Or you could post your article online to a school or a science club website. So not only is it important for us to go through this whole process and read the prompt and know what's expected of us, but it's also important for us to plan, to draft, to revise, and then to publish and be sure that we have a final copy. So I hope this instructional video has helped you totally understand the performance task and what's included. You might need to go back at this video and listen to certain parts while you're doing your performance task this week. You're welcome to do that. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon.